Let's take a walk together. First, we're going to find our posture, our elegant vertical. We rest the soles of the feet on the ground. We balance our weight on the whole sole. We find the heel as a point of reference, and then we follow the line that travels through the pelvis, through the heart, through the neck, all the way up to the top of the head. On this line, the main variable is going to be the position of the heart center. If we disengage entirely at the core, we will feel that it falls. The shoulders fall forward and we slouch. Lift the heart, maintain that engagement of the lower back, widen the space between the shoulders, align the neck. And then, once this is achieved, relax a little. As we begin to walk, we drop our attention on our physicality, on the way the weight travels from foot to foot, but also from the heel of the foot to the front of the foot. We pay attention to the front foot, but we don't forget the back foot as well and how it pushes from the pads of the toes to transfer weight to the front one. We pay attention to the bending of the knees and the movement of the hips. We pay attention to the movement of the lower back. We pay attention to the relaxed swing of the arms on both sides of the body. And we pay attention on the position of the neck and the eye gaze as we walk. We have two channels of information that are broadcasting simultaneously. One is my movement creation capacity, as my central nervous system is sending information to my muscles to contract, to walk, to move me, to generate the movement that makes me travel through space. And then simultaneously we are receiving all the somatic information of all the things that we are feeling due to the movement and to the contact of the surfaces of the body with the environment. I pay attention to both fields, to how I create my movements. It goes beyond thinking and preparing movement to movement, and it starts to give me a sense of flow. And on the sensing dimension, I feel every surface that is in contact with another. Of course, the soles of the feet, but also the skin against the clothing, the naked parts against the wind, the sensations inside the body that are provoked by the movement itself, maybe the rumblings of my belly. I let the attention rest naturally on this inner field of sensations, on movement, on feeling, on the aliveness of my whole inner experience, but in this case, not in stillness like we do when we sit, but in movement. I add the dimension of the breath. As I walk, as my body moves through the environment, how is my breath? How does it align with the rest of the sensations in the body? What is its relationship with the cadence of my steps? What is the emotional experience of the way I am breathing at the moment? Does it feel relaxed and spacious? Or am I holding some tension in the breath pattern? If so, can I relax it? Can I allow the breath to expand a little? Can I allow the breath to give space to the next breath? To have a little bit of silence in between breaths? I move, I step, I feel, I breathe. I let the movement become slowly more fluid and slowly more relaxed. There is a soft intention to refine the quality of my movement, but not in a competitive way, not in a way that makes this step wrong, not in a way that it makes me feel that I have to achieve another kind of perfection. I let my walk and my investigation of dynamics, of posture, of breath, I let it be a game. A message that is floating in the field and that slowly I manage to decipher, to decode. Playful, relaxed. I invite the environment through my senses now. I open my ears, I open my eyes, and I open my nose. I listen to whichever environmental sounds are around, and through them I listen into space, into distance, into proximity or farawayness. Through the sound field, we visualize space. I open my nose to the smells, and we travel through the fragrance of the world. Especially if you're doing this in nature, what a gift. And through the eyes, we let the world rest in us. They will move, they will find, they will seek. But behind this movement, we let the world rest in us through our vision. Not just items, not just things, but we see colors, we see shapes, we see distances. We witness relationships. We witness process. Our mind makes a good trick translating all these into items, into things. But if you pay attention, what we see is always the unfolding of an action. The world is made of verbs, of events in different degrees of unfolding. We let it all integrate naturally, simply. On occasions, my attention will rest on a certain subject, on a certain movement, on a certain aspect of my whole field of experience. But once that box is being looked into, I rest back on the awareness of the whole, indivisible. I let the mind rest on movement, on feeling, on sensation, and on the experience of the world around me. As I walk through the natural landscape, equally, I walk through a thought landscape. Different thoughts, different memories, different ideas will pass through my mind. You can think of it as walking through a cloud. You will get out on the other side wet, but the cloud was never you. If any of the thoughts is persistent, I ask myself, is this a creative thought? Is this a moment of intuition and intelligence? Or is this simply a repetitive thought that I already know? Is this thought creating in me a feeling of expansion or contraction, resistance and struggle? If the thought is repetitive, if the thought makes you feel constrained, drop it. Fall down to your breath. Fall down to your step. Soon another thought will come. If the thought is creative, expansive, inspiring, enjoy it. Pull the thread a little bit. Play with your own mind. But as you do it in this case, don't forget your body. Maintain a minimal awareness of your posture, of your step, of the movement of your arms, of the movement of your whole skeletal structure, and of your breath. But positive or negative. After a while, let this go too. It's a beautiful thing to train our capacity to drop it, to occupy all the other experiences, fields and areas, and let thought be one of them in equal range. The sensations in my body, the sensations in the contact surfaces of my body, my breath, the alignment of my posture, the position of my heart, shoulders, neck, the tonus of my lower back and pelvic floor, the expression of my face, the swing of my arms, the smells of the environment, the sounds in the environment, the sensation of distance or proximity, the colors, the shapes, the light, the forms, the life that you see. I begin to relax into a flow state in which all the dimensions of my experience merge effortlessly. My physicality, my movement, my thoughts, my feelings, my breath, and the world around me. I occupy a mind space of openness. I allow myself to be the whole experience. I soften the identification with the point behind the forehead that often tries to control experience, and I relax into experience itself. I adapt to my path with intuitive modulations of my rhythm, my step, my body posture. I let myself be playful in the choice of direction. I let the environment guide me, as if there was a presence that is trying to communicate with me. I listen. I let my lips smile. I let my eyes soften. I walk my path, and my path walks me. I listen to life. I listen to my inner life. And as I face positives and negatives, joys and struggles, internally and externally, I relax to all of them. I open my heart and I allow my mind to occupy a position of lightness, of simplicity, of a certain innocence. I drop my attention softly here and now, in this walk, in this experience that is unique and irreplaceable, that only you can feel, only you can see. An experience that only you can fully inhabit, that in a way was designed entirely and specially just for you. May you walk in peace. May you be happy.